We have a beautiful aspect of Hudson Yards at night. We're right at 34th Street and 10th Avenue, taking a look at the beautiful buildings that are here and the progress they're making in the construction. Now, the excavation work is still continuing on a lot of the areas around here, but they're going to start with the development very, very soon. Excavation work is critical. And you can see this building is almost ready to go. I have some occupants already, and that top portion is going to be the observation deck, where people are actually going to be able to walk outside. The World Trade Center downtown used to have that on the top of one of the World Trade Centers, but then after the World Trade Centers were no more, they have the observation deck at the very top, but it's all enclosed, so you can't go outside. Right near the entryway to the subway, 34th Street and Hudson Yards, you can see some of the other buildings under construction or nearing completion. And that is the vessel. And then even further in distance is the place called the Shed. That's where they're going to have events. That's kind of like an event space for people and for the city. Here's another view of the building that's almost done. And we're right next to the place that they're excavating. You can't really see it now, but the entire half block is under excavation. But it's amazing seeing everything at night. Little different view of things allows people to have a view of what's going on without everything being so illuminated. And again, this is the subway entrance at 34th Street, midway between 10th and 11th Avenue, which is going to be a very convenient entrance once all these buildings are occupied, because the people that are going to be here wouldn't want to walk 3 blocks to get to the subway. The subway is right here, so it's perfect for all the employees. And then you can see a little bit further on, that's like Jacob Javits Center. What's that? Go more of the beautiful buildings around here around the Hudson Yards development project. It's just amazing seeing this. There you go. Beautiful building there. Another view of Hudson Yards, a little bit further away, and with a different perspective at night. We're right next to the Hudson River here too. Just over there, where there seems to be no buildings, is the Hudson River, and that's Jacob Javits Center in the distance. And you can see this big building here that I keep saying is almost done. And it is almost done because they still have the elevator attached to the building. And that excavation pit is right over there. That's going to be filled up. The concrete work is nearly done inside. And then they're going to start putting the steel beams in very soon. But it's critical to get the concrete work done. And that building is 461 West 34th Street. That building that I said is almost done. And here is a different perspective. And that building with the blue light at the top, that's right in Times Square. And this is a park here that they've established for everyone, temporarily, I'm sure, because at one point in the future, 50 years from now or 100 years from now, they're going to determine that this park should probably be used for other things, like more buildings. But they can do this park here now because it's not as crowded yet on the west side. But this was an amazing development, this Hudson Yards. All this extra space on the west side that was underutilized, and they realized that it could be better utilized by putting up a lot of buildings, by putting up infrastructure. And this is one of the reasons why New York City, over the years, has become so significant, because the people that have responsibilities in New York know how to be most efficient with the resources, and compared to some other cities in the world. And not to say that other cities are not as efficient, it's just that New York City happens to be more efficient. I mean, like, one of the prime motivations in New York, and one of the main criticisms of New York, is that everything is so focused on money. And that money focus and that profit focus is what drives the development and drives a lot of the energy of New York. It's good and it's not good. So some people will say, look, it has spurred innovation in New York, and it has, but on the other hand, it's spurred like a way of looking at things in a more hard-nosed way that's more just focused on the dollars versus on the humanity. Both aspects of New York have their merits, and ultimately time will decide which was the better way to do it. But it has been always a prime motivator in New York to be money focused. And even if you come to New York and talk with people, it's always about how much money they're going to make on a deal, or how much money they're going to make in a certain business area, how much money they're going to do something else. It's amazing when you see that. And again, as I said, it's good and it's not good. Here we have this beautiful park, the beautiful fountains, buildings in the distance. And this is right near Hudson Yards.